Okay, today we are starting the topic SnapLogic APIs. Okay, SnapLogic provides APIs to get different information. It can be execution data, or it can be information about a task, or it can be metrics, or different use cases. Here we can see logs, log API, asset API, API management, activities, and pipeline and task monitoring APIs. Now let's see the pipeline monitoring APIs now. So this is the API which gives the execution data of last 2 hours, all the executions. Now let's see what are the parameters. Here org, which means the environment name I have provided, and the pod path I have provided. This is the pod path, elastic.snaplogic.com. And I need all the pipelines which are completed, or let's say just last hours. So default is 1. We didn't have any execution data in the last 1 hour. So I'll give last 24 hours. And by the way, we need to create an account here. REST basic auth account. Label I will give well basic. The same credentials I will use, which I use to log in. Okay, and validate. I've got the data. No, nothing. We didn't run anything yesterday. So we got nothing. And we give 124. So the maximum limit is 60 days. Sorry, 45 days. Not even 45. The maximum would be, earlier it was 90 and it was reduced later. I guess it is 60 now. We can get the execution data of last 60 days. They didn't provide what is the maximum, the days. It's okay.
I think it mentioned in terms of hours, right? Not in days. I think.
Mm, Here, yeah, total 19 execution we have, and it is configured with the pagination. So we got 90, page limit is 10. So we got first 10 execution data. This is just information about each execution. But if we need the detailed uh, execution statistics, we need to call another API providing this execution ID. I mean the runtime ID. Here, we'll use JSON splitter since it is an array entries. The same API we need to use passing. Here we need to pass the ID after slash. Okay, I will give that ID. Now I got. Here we can see the detailed statistics of each execution, when it was started, when it was completed, and how many seconds each snap has taken, everything. Pipeline state transition, started, completed, prepared. So whatever we see in the execution data here, okay, whatever we see in the execution statistics, it will be in this. The whole set of information. Okay, here we don't need any much information. And here we can also see documents count. How many documents this execution has processed? 5 lakhs. Okay, and same way we have different APIs like task APIs. Here to information about a task. We need to provide the task information like org name, pod path, and the RUID. And these are about some other information. Task metrics, daily task metrics, and everything. And these about log APIs, activity logs which we get in the manager. I think I showed that. Activity logs we get, right? The same logs we will get. And here, by the way, here we need to use admin account. I mean, the user who is having admin access in the org will have access to all the activity logs.
Correct.
Else, we will not get all the logs. Only limited to our account or permissions, that project level. we will get our logs only. Okay, and user group account. If I pass a user to create a user, update a user, delete a user, and to retrieve information about a user, this we can get it. And for this also, we should be an admin user. Okay, I hope this is clear.
Yeah, clear. One quick question, Sunil. So
Yeah.
in real time, like I know, like pretty much most of the information we get it from either manager or dashboard. We can do all these activities, but
Mm.
in reality, like, will there be use case like wherein which like we do rely on these REST APIs?
Yeah, we use this API
Oh, really?
to
Okay.
sometimes we need to log the metrics. But
Okay.
some tools, some organizations use tools like Dynatrace, Grafana, which shows the dashboard, right?
Okay. Right. Right.
Mhm. For that purpose, they use these APIs to bring the metrics, execution data, everything.
Okay, so in typically like here in this case, like if I wanted to pull the logs for all the pipelines or a specific pipeline, so there is
Mm.
a duration about like 45 days, right? If I'm not wrong. But
Yeah,
at the same time, if I wanted to see the logs either on the manager or dashboard, I cannot see how past data I can extract.
okay. That we can get from the dashboard. Whatever we get here from the dashboard,
Okay,
the same
okay,
we are seeing in the backend APIs.
okay,
Dashboard,
okay. So the only the reason could be like if I wanted to build something on the Splunk dashboard as an example. So I can feed the
yeah,
data, the information to
correct.
Splunk and I can build dashboards on top. Okay, makes sense.
Yeah,
Okay,
you can. Here we can see last 45 days of data available. Same we can get from the APIs.
okay,
All right, then let's go to another topic. Okay, the very important one, the parent-child pipelines. We'll discuss in detail.
sure.
It will have multiple use cases. We'll start with one today. I created a pipeline called parent pipeline. Here I will cover the last use case when you asked about how do we get this actual data. Let's have it. The pipeline execute is the snap we use widely in many use cases because it serves different use cases with this different configurations and everything. So we will now see one sample pipeline. I'll create a child pipeline. So here I'll use CSV. Here I will select this as a child pipeline. So let's understand each option in this pipeline description. So there's a label which is common. Here I need to select the child pipeline. Select my child pipeline. I named a child pipeline. And the SnapLogic on which SnapLogic we want to run this child pipeline. Is it the same SnapLogic or a different one? We can have that option here. If it is the same SnapLogic where the parent pipeline is executing, we can select that local SnapLogic. So it will run on the same SnapLogic on the same node or any other node within that SnapLogic cluster. And if we want the child to be executed on the same node as the parent, we can select the same node. Local node means same node. Local SnapLogic means the same SnapLogic. In case we have some dependency on the connectivity, whereas the parent pipeline has the connectivity to some on-premise SnapLogic, whereas the child has to run on the different SnapLogic. We will select SnapLogic path. Here, the SnapLogic list will appear. We will select whatever the SnapLogic we need to run. Here, since we have only one SnapLogic, I will choose local node and the execution label. When we see child execution, we can have multiple child executions for the same child pipeline, multiple instances of the child pipeline. For each, we can name it some name so that it appears on the dashboard. I'll show that how we give that name. And the parameters here in the child pipeline. I haven't created any parameters now. Create one like file name. The value of this parameter, if I need to pass from the parent pipeline, I need to provide all the values which I'm gonna pass on to the child from the parent. So here, if I give the file name, some ABC file name, I am passing the file name from the parent. Okay. Of course, we are not using this file name now. And these are the options we need to understand for different use cases. First, we'll see one use case, not to confuse it all. The batch size, which means a child execution, how many documents it should process. I mean, how many records each child execution should take from this previous snap. Here, what is our previous snap group by n. So it will execute one child for one record, one document receiving from the previous snap. And pool size, which means parallel execution. This is to have better performance. And when we are working on a large volume of child executions, it helps. So how many concurrent childs we can have it? Let's say a group by snap will send 10 documents to pipeline execute. So pipeline execute will initiate 10 childs, and it happens one by one. First child initiates, completes, then second, then third, that way. If we need to have better performance, we can have it pool size, more number of pool size. But it should not be higher number. It always depends on the node's capacity. If I keep the pool size of 100 and this pipeline has to process like 1,000 documents, So it will initiate 100 instances at once. That impacts the node performance. So because 100 executions will initiate at once, occupying a lot of CPU and memory resources of the node. So we should never keep the higher number. It is always recommended to have like a maximum of 20. Depends on the load and the node's capacity. Now let's keep only one, timeout. So this is the timeout setting. This is like a threshold. Okay, after these minutes, the pipeline will be terminated forcefully, whether it is in a waiting state or it is in a running state, processing documents or not processing documents. It doesn't matter. If it exceeds if any child exceeds this threshold limit, this is in the minutes. If it takes more than 10 minutes, it will be forcefully terminated. That child execution will be terminated. Okay, retry minute interval for any reason. If any of the child executions fail, we can have a retry. Same like a connection options we have for other snaps like file write or directory browser snaps. So we can have retry. If child fails, I can have do one more attempt with a retry limit of 1, and the retry interval I can have some time gap between each attempt. So the child can wait for 10 seconds and do another attempt with the same parameters, no change anything. Okay, let's try this one. Let me disable it for now. And okay, my input data has 5 lakh records. It will take a lot of time. Group size is, let me give 1000. So it will create 100 files. Let's see. Now to make our manager more occupied, we'll create a new folder and write the files onto that new folder. Later we can delete all. Okay, we have this test. And we'll give the complete path. Now try projects, so it is the complete path. And pipeline name. P sample, the sequence. Yes. Here we do not need sequence. The sequence must be here.
You wanted to use the pipeline property, which is file name as well, along with the sequence. I'm just asking.
Here, just for dummy, I'm not actually using this.
Using
Okay,
it. Okay.
I created. Yeah, we can use it. Okay, let me pass them. File name, we gave some static file name here.
Right.
I can also pass that file name. Let me remove from here. Okay, so I will select from the parent file name. Okay,
Okay, we can see the properties of parent as well. Okay, that's good.
yeah. So here I will pass the file name. What is the file name? P sample sequence. Just one. We will see the sequence. So I will execute it and we'll see what and how it happens. Though I don't need these many files, it will take longer. First, we'll try with just 10,000 files and observe the performance. Group size is 1000. I'll keep. So I have only 10,000 files now, 10,000 records now. Here, zip file will read the file, which is CSV parser, and map the whatever it is encoding the password and generating the sequence. And only 10,000 documents will be passed on. Group by what it does. It will group by batches. Each batch contains 1000 records. So mapper will just have the sequence here, and pipeline execute will receive whatever the parameters that I am passing. File mapper. Here I don't need mapper. Okay. CSV for each flattened data, right? So I need to have JSON splitter and flat the data, which means the group dollar group. So what the group will do, it will split the group of documents in an array. It will split the array into separate documents, and CSV formatter will write the file. So this is my use case. I'm executing it. So it is completed in just 2-3 seconds. So it took total 16 seconds. Now we'll see. We can see the execution parent pipeline. It has initiated 10 childs. We can see the sequence and the child pipeline name. So I have added the execution label as sequence. Sequence is just a number, okay, the number that we are generating in the sequence. So that appeared. So it is always whatever the execution label we pass it, it appears, and the original child pipeline name will be in this bracket, the parenthesis. So we see the execution label is 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6. So it initiated 10 child pipelines one by one. Each child took 1 second. Okay, only 1 second. We will add some wait time. Then it will take longer. We can see file has been written in just 1 second with 1000 records. So if you can observe, they all started in a sequence one by one. This started 9:15, completed, and this started, took 2 seconds and completed, and this started this way. We have it. So I sorted in a descending order. Each has processed 1,000 cuts. Now we will have the files, 10 files created. And we want to see what are the parameters passed to each child. We can go and see here pipeline parameters. I pass the pipeline, the file name to this. I can see the value. Okay. Hope you're following me, Naveen as well.
Yes, Sunil. I'm following.
Okay. And here you may have a question. What if we are passing some confidential values to the child, which should not be visible here? Sometimes we do, right? We
Okay,
may need to send access token or some kind of credential to the child pipeline via parameters. So it should not be visible if anybody opens that, the pipeline parameters.
right.
So we have an option for that. Here I created where here I created the file name and we are passing the value from the parent. Here we can see capture.
Correct.
This is a button to make this value visible on the dashboard. If I do not enable it, it will hide it. We cannot see the value here. It will be just hidden. It shows that value is hidden. Okay.
And since we have kept the pool size as one, so the entire execution happened in sequence, one after another. But if we keep
Correct.
the pool size as like, let's say like 10, so
Yeah,
there will be no delay. Okay, makes sense.
correct. Now we'll see the other case. Okay, now I will remove head. Let's process the whole 5 lakh records and group size. Let me delete the old files first. So now it will create 100 files if I execute. Group is just 1,000. Pool size is also just 1,000. Okay, Suhail has to drop off. Okay, Suhail, we'll share the recording. You can follow from there. Are you clear till here, Suhail? Any questions? Suhail? Okay, all right then. Thanks. Now let's see it keep on executing. We will see 100. And by the way, there is one limitation that if any parent opens more than 300 childs, we will not see beyond 300 executions. We will see only the latest. It will be
Okay,
rolled out
you mean on the dashboard. Okay,
on the dashboard. Yeah, on the dashboard, we cannot see that because that's a limit. Earlier it was 100, now we can see 300. Let's
okay,
say if the limit is 10, we will see the number from 11 to 20 only. Remaining will be rolled out. They won't
got
be
it.
visible. So we need to keep that in mind when we are working on generating many child instances. Okay, let's see if this is still running. 49 files created so far. Each has everything is every execution is writing a pipeline, execute, and writing a file. We can see sample 15. Let's see the files. We see 73.
It's going faster.
That goes very fast. Unless we keep some delay or the complex conditions or the expression with like sorting, join, so these kind of operations, pipeline is always faster. To generate 100 files, how many minutes it took? 2.5 minutes. It's about 3 minutes. 103. Okay, it will. We have 5 lakh records. It
That's
will
5
generate
lakhs,
500.
500. Oh my God. Okay.
That's okay. But I will keep it running. Okay.
Okay.
I will keep it running. Now we will change some settings. We will change the pool settings and see how we can achieve the performance.
Yeah.
Okay.
But in reality, one quick question, like if I wanted to forcefully stop, I mean, I know like as soon as I click on the execute, like it was showing me like on the dashboard, it's a read-only kind of thing, right? So if I wanted to stop forcefully, is there a way?
Yeah, of course. Here you can select. You
Okay.
will see set box. Yes.
Okay.
Enable the set box. Stop it. Stop the
Okay.
pipeline.
Okay. Thank you. Thank you. These are things nobody like unless we come into the reality, will not use it. But thank you.
Yes. Yes. This we can understand it. Stop pipeline button. And also here on the dashboard also, once I click execute, it will show stop button like a
Oh, okay.
play and pause button.
Okay.
Okay. And now let's see it is still running for 500 files. It takes about 10 minutes. Assume. So if
Okay.
I enable pool size, let's see how we can achieve the performance. I will have a pool size of 10.
So it should reduce by 10 times for sure.
Yes. So we will increase the performance by 10 times.
But again, it depends on the my node and what other things are running on my node.
Yeah, exactly. So here we can look at the nodes here. Yeah, we have good number of nodes, 6. Okay, out of 2 are not executable nodes. The load balancer, okay, 1. Okay, so total 4 nodes. They're all having a good capacity. And one more, if you observed, I selected here. I selected SnapLogic switch path. I didn't give any path, which means by default it takes local
Look,
node.
okay.
In this case, I am generating a lot of files, so the whole load goes on to the same node.
Correct. Yeah, because your parent and your child, everything is running on the same node. Okay.
Yeah, everything is running on the same node. This is not an ideal approach. So we should
Okay.
always design a pipeline to distribute the load across the nodes within the same Snaplex.
Okay.
So it is always recommended to have local Snaplex.
Okay.
Okay? Unless you are sure that you will have only 2-3 child, few number
Okay.
of child. In that case, you can choose local. Now I am selecting local Snaplex. Okay, and then the pool size 10. Saved it. Let's see.
I think even we see even better performance because like earlier everything was running on the same node, and even like Yeah. Okay.
Now it is okay because our nodes are free enough.
Yeah.
Unless we see some heavy utilization of the node, so that that there is no room for other pipelines to execute. That time the parent pipeline fail, saying that the node's capacity or the resources are um, are heavy. You can see I'm executing it. Okay, I would have changed the pipeline name. I'm still confused. Okay, it started parent pipeline. 57 already completed.
Oh, that's awesome. Okay.
Okay, in just less than a minute. I think it is done. Okay, we have 500. Yeah. 158 already done. I
Yeah.
think this is in the 200. Here you can observe we do not see executions beyond 188 now. They will be rolled out. We do not see the execution data on dashboard. If I refresh, some of these will also be disappear.
So we'll be seeing only the latest ones. Like, okay.
Yeah, latest 300 execution.
Okay.
Actually, I think 200, not 300. Sorry, 200. 287 still. Let's look at it. 410.
Okay.
So it will complete in just. We can see parallel execution started.
Yeah. Yeah. Started. Yeah.
It will take 10 because we enable the full service time.
So in reality, Sunil, like usually, I mean, again, it's totally up to us on like what would be my uh, node config, I mean, Snapflex configurations. But typically, like how many nodes will be there?
That depends on the capacity and the environment. Usually in production, it is recommended to have large nodes with
Okay.
a minimum of 16 GB.
Okay.
Recommended is 32 GB of node
Okay.
with 4 nodes.
4 nodes. Okay.
It depends on how load we have,
Right.
how much load. You can see 500 completed in just 1 minute 59 seconds, whereas this still running from
Yeah.
more than 10 minutes. So this is how we achieve the performance using child and parent relationship and also increasing the pool size. It all depends on the configuration, how we make it.
Yeah. Yeah, if I would have not used like the first use case what we had seen is pretty much as close as like you are having everything in one single pipeline, meaning like
Correct.
we are executing like one single child object at any given instance. So it means like
Correct.
exactly same. So it clearly shows the difference. Okay, thank you.
Same way, we will also see the other options. We see the batch size, right? Here, batch size means we are already batching the data, right? Group by n,
Correct, by group by, yeah.
1,000. Instead of this, I can batch here. How many records coming from the upstream each child should process?
Okay.
So I do not need to give the group by n.
Okay.
I
Okay.
can do
So So
Okay.
same batch size I can mention instead of doing the group by there, so I can basically
Yes,
I can do the batching there. Okay.
correct. Let me create a version. Okay, tested how basic is case one and pool size use case two. Now we'll look at the third one. Third one is the batching.
All right.
I will remove it. In the mapper itself, I have sequence. So I need to generate again. I will delete it. And let me keep it aside. And here, one more thing we need to observe. Here I have unconnected output view of child, which means if the child has unconnected output view, it will
Okay.
pass the data. This output we can see directly here.
Oh, okay. I mean, like whatever the output of the child pipeline, it will reflect on the parent one. Okay.
Correct. Along with the data that we receive from here. So it will be
Okay.
in the form of original. This
Okay.
data will come
That's
as original, like pass through.
okay.
Okay, this data will come as original here, and along with the child's output, we will see
Okay.
combined.
Along with the okay. Okay.
Yeah, and this we can see the whatever we are seeing. Okay, let me show you one example. Let's say we do not have any unconnected output view. Okay, in the child pipeline,
Okay.
if everything is closed, it will just show the runtime ID of the child execution and gives the status of it: started,
Okay.
completed, failed, or whatever.
Okay.
Okay, right now I have this, which means what it will give, it will produce the file name and the location of it.
Okay.
So this will be passed on.
Okay.
Now let me write into a like a JSON. I want to list out all the files.
Right. Summary. Okay.
Yeah, summary. JSON. We'll see one. Validate.
Yeah, and this will be useful definitely. Like I think for sure. Like
Yeah, I'll keep some mapper to map it accordingly. Failed.
see, like we all we did was we removed that group by
Yeah, we removed it. Yeah, we need to reduce the full size. Okay, path syntax. Somewhere we get some wrong syntax. Group. Okay, it should not be JSON splitter because there's no group, right? We removed.
oh yeah, that's true. Yeah. Yeah.
So directly data will be passed on to the CSV
Yeah.
formatter. The behavior of CSV formatter is like batching. It waits until the whole data is given, then only it will start writing the file.
Yeah.
Okay, so we don't have such option where we have in JSON formatter to write each document. It doesn't behave that way. So I will reduce full size. Keep only one for now. Here we can see
Yeah.
file name, the complete path of the file name,
Yeah.
and the original, whatever was passed on to this Python executor.
Correct.
We can see that data.
So what if my child pipeline doesn't have a output view?
It will show only these two: file name, not file name, the child execution pipeline execution ID, and the result, success or failed. That's it.
Okay, but it doesn't give. Okay.
Yeah, I can show you. But, okay, right now we are working on this file name.
Yeah.
Give,
Yeah.
we should not enable pass-through because I need only the file name.
Correct.
All the files I will list in some location. Okay. Now let's see batching. We have 5 lakh records. Okay. I need to write the whole 5 lakh records. Okay. I cannot pass it record by record. It will take 10
Right.
days. So I will have it. My child pipeline should process the number of records I will define here. Okay. Here, if you observe here, if I enable batch, okay, batching is one kind of scenario, right? If I enable batch, we will not have these options. They will disappear. See,
Okay.
only the pool size. Pool size is always available. Okay, it is just a concurrent executions. Okay, batch says how many documents I should uh, process receiving from the upstream. I will keep 10,000. Okay, let's keep 1 lakh. Now the behavior of pipeline execute has become batching from streaming. Okay, earlier if everything is one, so it does in a streaming way, record by record for each document.
Correct.
Now let's execute. How many minutes it took? 13 minutes. That old execution.
Okay.
13 minutes versus 2 minutes. 1 minute 59 seconds. So nearly 10 times. Oh, it failed.
Yeah.
Valid CSV data. I think this has the JSON object data. You can have JSON file, the child. Some object like a subchild or arrays. CSV doesn't support, right? Let's look that. We'll just write here. Okay, it is directly here. Not there. Let me try again. Yeah, can you see? Pipeline parameters cannot be changed between batches if batching mode is enabled. Here, I am passing. So it is like for 10,000 documents, treat it as one execution, right? In that
Correct.
case,
Yeah.
I cannot have dynamic values
Mm.
for each document.
Yeah.
In that
Because
case,
it doesn't know like what for each file. Okay. Yeah.
yeah, it will
You're
process 10,000 records in one execution,
right.
but we give dynamic. This is applicable for each document. So technically, it is logically it is not possible.
Yeah.
So to remove this logic from here, sequence do we have? I'll remove sequence also. Sequence. Yes, we have the sequence. I will remove it for now. I'll keep it in the child. I think that also throws an error. We'll see. Here we don't have sequence.
Yeah.
Then let's not have a sequence. I will write a static file.
Yeah. Yeah.
Or we need to generate an expression. For now, let's write a static file. The same file will be overwritten.
Yeah. Maybe. Yeah. That's fine. Like maybe I thought of saying like add in now, meaning like timestamp or something, but that's totally fine. Yeah.
Yeah, we can also do that. Execution label. Let's see on the dashboard. Started, completed with 181,450. I think that will get it. This received 1 lakh.
Okay.
Okay. So we should see 5 childs like that. 1, 1, 1. Each having 1 lakh.
Yeah.
So we will see 5 files created. I think it is done. Same 5 lakh records. Now let's observe the performance. In this case, okay, we enabled without batching, okay, without batching and pooling, okay, with the default setting. It took 13 seconds to process 5 lakh records. And with pool size 10, we achieved 10%, sorry, 10 times more performance when we enabled the pool size with the same number of 500 files. Right? Here again, here files generating is just 5, but batching of 1 lakh with
Yep.
batching in the pipeline execute settings. We achieved double than this. So comparatively, from 13 minutes 33 seconds to 49 seconds, we achieved the performance.
Yeah.
So these are the 3 different scenarios, unique. I would like to explain in detail. Hope you're clear.
Yeah. I'm good. Thanks. So one last thing. So earlier we were talking about like just you can explain me theoretically. So for the child pipeline, for the parent pipeline, either we can keep our output view. We can keep our output view, or we don't if we don't need to have any further things on the pipeline. We can keep it as a
Yeah.
closed one.
Yeah,
So
we can.
I'm fine with that one. So, but coming to the child one, so if I keep it open, meaning like
Mm,
if I have an output view as one, so I'll
mm,
get the result back to the parent. But if I
correct.
close it, meaning like if I keep my output view as zero,
Mm.
and my parent view is still open, so what kind of information I do receive? I mean, what would be the difference in case of my child view has a output view open and output view as a close? What would be the difference?
You mean here it is closed?
Yes. What's the difference if it is closed and open?
If it is closed,
Okay.
PA will just show the status of the child pipeline,
Okay.
completed or failed, with
Okay.
the runtime ID. That's it. I can show you
Okay.
better. Now we don't have any.
Okay.
Let's assume if we don't have any dependency,
Right.
we are not passing any data to
Right.
the input also, we can close it.
Right.
Right now we
Okay.
have some dependency. We are passing the data from parent to the child.
Right.
Right?
Right.
So I keep it open. In
Right.
case I do not have any dependency, like I will give file name here with the file reader snap. So
Correct.
file read, JSON formatter, file writer.
Right.
So this has no dependency to have unconnected input or output views. Okay. In that case, we can send only the data over the parameters, whatever the information like file name or file path, something this kind of. Actual data we cannot pass from the parameters.
Yeah. Yeah. Of
We
course. Yeah.
can pass only few values, not actual data. I saw one once long ago, a couple of years ago. So one guy tried to pass the whole data in the Python parameters.
How is it possible? Like, will it allow? Like, I don't,
No, it fails.
because like it
It
more
doesn't.
like
It has some
it's
limit.
like a, yeah, yeah, it's more like a your request parameter for a HTTP where it has a character limitation for sure.
Correct. Character limitation is around, I think, 1,000 characters.
Okay. Okay.
I don't remember. I think it depends on size of the characters. It
Yeah.
doesn't allow beyond that. So, of course, that's not a good way.
Yeah.
This is ideal patch. Okay. Now I closed it.
Okay.
Okay. But this won't process. I need to change the batch size and all.
But
Okay, I
we
will
can
change.
verify it through the validate, right? If I'm not wrong, correct me. Like what
It,
kind of
it
result?
won't process unless it receives 1,000, 10,000, right?
Okay. Okay.
Okay, I think here in validation, let me try. It will work. Okay, it processed. Let's see. Runtime ID and the status completed.
Okay. So I
We
don't
don't get
get any file names or any further
nothing
details. Okay.
because
Okay.
we did not design the child pipeline to pass any data to the parent,
Correct. Correct.
which means there is no unconnected output view.
Right.
Okay,
That makes sense. Okay.
I will enable back. So here it failed because it didn't get file name, so it failed.
Oh yeah.
Okay, I hope this is clear on three different use cases.
Right. Yeah.
Fine, then tomorrow we will see two more use cases.
Sure. Yeah. Definitely.
There are two more. Not only batching, there's one more. Okay,
Oh really?
to
Okay. I
increase,
did not see that option. Okay.
yeah, we will have another option called reuse, either that or reuse. There are two different unique approaches. Okay, if I disable the batches, which means I keep one, then it will be the reuse.
Cool.
Okay,
Okay.
either batch or reuse. We can
Correct.
use one of the approaches.
Okay. Okay.
We will get, I mean, we can achieve better, more performance with these options.
Oh. Okay.
Like if I can generate 10 million records here. I can design these configurations to process in just 10 minutes.
Okay.
Like 1 million records per minute, we can process it.
Yeah. Yeah. So those will be useful for performance optimization. Okay.
Yeah, of course. Yeah. We will see. We just tried with 5 lakh records. Tomorrow we'll see with 1 million or 10 million records. We will observe better more performance.
Sure.
Okay, we'll cover those use cases tomorrow. And then the remaining topics is the not ultra, it's error handling.
Yeah.
And use cases, Snowflake. I think Snowflake we tried, right? One use case with Snowflake.
Yes, we did. Yeah, we did.
Okay, it's done. And do we have a Salesforce account?
Yeah, we
Can
do.
try it out.
Yeah.
I think AWS S3 we tried already,
Right.
connecting it. But okay. So Salesforce is the one we can try out.
Yeah.
If you have some demo account, you
Yeah,
can
I
try
do.
out.
I can share it. Yeah.
Okay. Performance, we're already discussing about the performance now. Okay. And yep, subscription features is the last one. So one major topic left is error handling.
Yeah,
And
maybe
also
you
the
can give
deployment.
some insights on deployment patterns. Maybe if you can give some insights on the best practices, like based on your experience, like day to day,
Yeah, I
like
will share a few.
yeah,
Okay. Yeah, whatever I'm explaining you covers
yeah,
most of the best practices. Right.
yeah.
When I
Okay, unknowingly, okay.
yeah, yeah. Okay. All right then. Okay.
All right,
Thanks
thank
for your time. I'll send the
you.
recording later sometime.
Sure, thank you. Appreciate it.